Just a second here, but you had something for Millikins, though?
Yeah. Somebody's throwing out the first pitch. Not at Worcester, but it will be actually be Worcester. But it's somewhere else first. Fenway Park. September 9th is the day.
Yes, sir. Section 10 day.
Section 10 day at the ballpark. What are they going to do for Section 10 day? You going to get to sit in Section 10?
We're doing a couple different things. When we do get there, they're going to have a couple of little events set up where I'm going to be in a dunk tank. We're going to do it for charity.
Why is it you? Why don't they put Jared in the dunk tank?
Well, we'll all be mixing in and doing different things throughout there, but there'll be a big giveaway of a Section
T-Bone?
10 jersey.
He's going to be in a dunk tank. We
Yeah,
gotta
'cause he's
go.
the comic father.
I got to go. Honk, honk. Hey,
You going wetsuit? What are you going to do?
Come see
I'm
Milk.
not sure.
Milk in a dunk tank.
It's for charity.
Come on. Let's go.
Charity's
For
important.
charity. What charity is it for?
T-shirt on or off?
Probably on, but I'd be willing to go off.
Could you hit you in your nipple?
If they want to go for it, why not?
It's for charity.
Me and McCarthy are working out on Friday, actually, on the top floor of the parking garage. We'll be playing catch.
Can you show us the mechanics right now?
They're rough.
Fake throw? Let's see it.
It's bad.
Oh, my God.
Let's look at this.
He looks like Fred.
Oh, Milliken.
He kind of looks like Fred. Like Fred.
One more, Milliken? Oh, boy.
That's not bad.
That second one was good.
Yikes.
Don't 50
Poor
cent.
kid.
I'd give a
I
little
told him,
more.
I told him I'm going to train him.
Are you going to go to the mound, or are you going to try to cheat?
I want to be on the mound. I don't want to
They're
cheat.
not going to let you.
He's got to give it a little more, look like he's thrown a baseball before. That sort of thing.
Zoe, they didn't let you on the mound?
No.
They're definitely not letting me on the
No,
mound.
you're not touching that mound. You won't get close to it.
I threw it out in Worcester last year,
Yeah, I did too.
about 15 feet. They didn't let me near the mound,
Yeah.
which was actually a good thing.
That
Yeah.
seems
Honest with
worse
you.
to
It was
me,
a
though.
win.
I'm scared I'm going to airmail it at that point.
Why don't you do like
I
a Simone
did
Biles
almost.
type of thing? Do a split, then throw the pitch?
I'll rip his groin.
I'll die.
So this is September 9th coming up. All right. What are we doing, Red Sox here?
All right, Marcelo Meyer, durability issues becoming a concern. John Tomasi with an interesting article over on NBC Sports Boston. And in case you didn't know, their top prospect, Marcelo Meyer, shut down again. Not going to finish the season for the second consecutive year. So he's thrown out the question of whether or not the Red Sox should potentially be open here in terms of cashing in on Marcelo Meyer right now and dealing him for a legit arm. And is that what you do now with this top prospect, or do you ride it through? Milliken, what do you think?
I do think if you're talking any of the prospects here, and anyone who wants to call Marcelo Meyer a bust, I'm not saying Tomasi's doing that, but there has been some of that pushed out there that, hey, this guy's going to break down. At the end of the day, he tore up Double-A this year at 21 years old. He was leading the Eastern League in doubles. He hadn't even played for a month until 2 days ago. So while the power isn't anything great, I don't think he's Bobby Witt Jr. or Gunnar Henderson or anything like that. I think he's closer to a Xander Bogaerts. But what stands out about a guy like Xander Bogaerts, who was never the best shortstop in baseball, was the fact that he posted constantly with that durability. For a player like him that may not have the highest ceiling of, a top 5 player in the sport, that really sticks out to me. Because I think when you talk about Roman Anthony, while maybe Baseball America and MLB Pipeline don't have him as the number one guy in the system, there's a reason Sox Prospects does. At 20 years old, he's tearing up AAA right now. He looks incredible out there in his first 13 or 14 games. So I think he needs to be here no matter what. He's not available in trades. Considering Connor Wong and how bad he looks defensively, I think that should tell you all you need to know about the Red Sox catching situation moving forward. He needs to be that guy, hopefully, in the next 12 months. And this is where now it's not a big 3 anymore. It's a big 4 with Christian Campbell, what he's doing at AAA right now as well, tearing it up next to Roman Anthony. Unlike Meyer, who is also a lefty, Campbell's a righty. He can play second base. You still have Trevor Story under contract for multiple years here. There is an infield you could put together of Story at short, hoping he stays healthy, Campbell at second, with Devers at third, and Casas at first, which could be pretty special. But if you're going to talk about possibly moving a guy, I don't think you rule Meyer out.
I'll say this to you, Tim. I don't think they can get anything for him if he's got these durability issues, right? I'll give you a name that I would at least move on from next year. It might come out of left field here. Jarren Duran. I don't think he's a leader personally, putting up great numbers, but this might be the highest.
I mean, there's a chance he finishes top 5 in MVP voting this year.
People might just pulled over on the road and think I'm crazy about this. Wouldn't you rather dangle someone like him with all the outfield depth that you have in the system and try to get a big arm for someone like him?
Well, I think that's
No, I want him. I want to keep him.
But he's not a leader, dude.
I know, but he fits here.
This team needs leaders.
What's that going to do? You get one leader.
A
I'd rather
lot.
go buy 2 arms.
So,
Keep him. Go buy 2
The
arms.
guy had
Keep
another
your big
comment to a
prospect.
fan the other night that wasn't reported, by the way.
Okay, so the guy's
He's not a leader. He's a great player, and I like great players. But this team, they have these young players that they going to be ready to go. Why don't you get the guy that's at the highest point and get a pitcher or get some other big-time player? These speed guys, you got to watch out for these guys, man. Long term, they don't last. So I know he's a part
keep
of what
him.
they're doing.
I think he's part of your fabric.
I just don't think he's a leader.
I think you go back to last offseason where they were shopping Durant around, especially to a team like the Mariners, right? Who can match up here if you want that top of the rotation young starter. What can Jarren Duran plus Marcelo Meyer get me? We should have the picking of anyone on that staff, especially the upper echelon arms and Logan Gilbert, George Kirby. Maybe you want Luis Castillo, a guy who, very similar to Bayo, could be that mentor. Where the Durant stuff does stick out to me, though, who's the guy who's been showing up the last 3 days? When the team has had their back against the wall, he's homered in 3 straight games, stepping up. He is your leadoff hitter. Alex Cora has said again and again this year, if you want to play the game like somebody on this roster, it's Jarren Duran. It's sticky. It's tough. But if you need Ceddanne Rafaela to be the guy in center field, you could picture a world where Roman Anthony's in left, Wilyer Abreu's in right. You sell high on Duran, but I still think there's a lot of risk with that move, but someone has to go.
What the hell was this thing you tweeted last night about Costas?
He was wearing the shiesty.
So he had this he looked like it looked like the gimp stretching in the outfield. No shirt. Looked like he just walked in from an all-night bender and he's doing his yoga thing out in the field, Joe. And Milliken's tweeting, I love the hate for this.
What did he do yesterday, though?
Does he is that an attention getter?
It
I don't have a
doesn't
problem
matter
with
to
the
me.
yoga. I don't have a problem with him hanging out in the outfield. When you're doing a little dress up and you're shirtless and that.
He's always done this, though.
With the hood?
Yes, he's worn that. He was wearing it down in Worcester. I remember when those pictures were going around. He's always worn it out there. He wears it a ton early in the season. If you want to ask me why he's wearing it, I'm guessing it's a sun thing. Skin, that's apparently what it's
so
about.
So you're going to wear a hood on your head
Milliken,
and it goes
that's
shirtless?
his reason why he's wearing. I'm not saying it's a
come
justified.
on,
I'm just saying I don't
You
care.
can't take that.
He's
down.
wearing it so people will talk.
I think
about
that's
Thank
just
you.
how he frames
D-bag.
it. But
D-bag.
I don't care. Go out there when you're rocking a 950 OPS since you came back, and you've been one of the most important things.
That's what I care about.
I'm not
It's
saying
why you wore the pajama shirt and the pajama pants that day.
If
You want
that's-
people to talk about
whatever he wants to do about it. I don't care. As long as you show up and
I do
perform,
this.
that's what he does.
People talk about it. Chickens here.
Who cares? He performs.
me.
Is he performing or is he not?
Sun safety.
He is performing. You could still call the guy D-bag.
I don't have a problem with him. I think he's
Of course
fun. I
you
think
don't.
he's what the younger fans are into. And
is
as long
it?
as he goes out and
That's what young
performs, that's
people
all I
like.
care. He's himself. He doesn't care if people
No.
make fun of him or call him weird or whatever it is. Go be you, Tristan
I'm
Casas.
actually fine with that.
We need more personality.
People did the same thing for Caleb Williams. He's a damn good football player. I don't care. Doesn't bother me.
That's a good point.
But back to my what happened last night with Jarren Duran? Did he say something to another fan?
I did see that. Someone said he was chirping. Someone was chirping Devers, and I think Duran responded.
That's where I'm
He's
going.
got his
with it.
teammates
Got
back.
his teammates back.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Did he use a slur or anything this time?
I don't know why. Did you hear he did?
No, but he did the first time.
Okay, so he did the first time. Doesn't mean he can't. Hey,
Listen.
I learned from my mistake. I can get into it with people and chirp, and I don't have to cross the line.
I hope that's the case.
I do too. I would
But
encourage
that's
that.
where I go about it, where I don't think he's a leader.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.